Welcome to the Easy Railcast. I'm Wyatt Glover. This is Drew Thomas, and
Well,
today we're gonna do something similar, like we did when we were talking about when we were coming up with stories for the AI to generate. But this time, I'm using this site called myCast, and yeah, so I'm just gonna pull that one up, and yeah, so we've also talked about this before on the other Easy Railcast. And
yep.
yeah, this is what my cast looks like. And so, yeah, it's a site where you can come up with your own stories, like for a film or a TV show or something like that. And yeah, you add it in, and then you get to add like your favorite actors and actresses. Do you think of like which actor or actress you want to play a character, who do you want to direct, or who do you want to write it and stuff. So yeah, that's what it is. So oh yeah, I'm also gonna incorporate this to like if Drew has trouble coming up with this story, I'll let GPT come up with a story, and you got to give it a title. You want it to be funny, serious, or like dramatic or sad and stuff. Yeah.
Now, I first heard about myCast when I was just out of curiosity searching my name up, which I don't do that now because I realize that makes me sound pretty vain, and I don't want to be like James. Hi, I'm right here, No one cares, right? Anyways, but well, then I found that and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a whole cast page. There's like a whole page dedicated to my movie. That is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, I've added all of Drew's films to my cast, and people
Yeah.
imagine if Drew Thomas had his own MCU, like the Drew Thomas
Oh,
cinematic
we do.
universe.
Oh, we pretty much do. It's going to be the Drew Thomas Cinematic Universe, the DTCU,
Yeah, the
in which,
DTs.
well, yeah,
All
we
right.
have two new movies planned for this year. One that's going to be a Halloween movie that's going to be focused on the Show Me Trains, and a surprise Christmas movie.
Awesome. Well,
Although
so
most people have already guessed it by now.
yeah. And anyways, why don't we go ahead and get started? And anyways, Drew, if you were to make a movie or a TV show, what would it be about? And you can have Chat GPT come up with it if you want.
Hmm. Um, I think that it would be about hmm, uh, I think we should come up with a show about Mark the Angry Birds pig and Tex the THX robot.
Okay. So what's the title of that show?
The Mark and Tex show.
Okay. Whoops. The Mark and Tex show. I will. I think I will be making covers for those things. Actually, yeah. And what's the show about? Is it like a talk show or a reality show or something?
It's pretty much going to be a sitcom that focuses on Mark the Pig and Tex the robot. It's pretty much like Drake and Josh or um Laurel and Hardy, Bert and Ernie.
All right.
But it's pretty much them in a friendship. Heck, it's going to be a little more of a friendship. They're actually going to be a couple.
Wow.
But I realized we should have more LGBTQ plus stuff for our channel, especially because some people that watch our channel are LGBTQ.
So Mark and Tex are a gay couple.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Do you think they'll have? Do you think Mark and Tex will kiss on a future episode of Drew Thomas and Friends?
Probably not that.
Okay.
Well, maybe,
So
but
what do Mark and Tex what do Mark and Tex do on their own show?
well, it's they work together on the island of Sodor. They're the driver and fireman of Tom's the Tank Tube down there.
So let's see. So far, I've got a gay couple work together on the island of Sodor, and what else?
Um, and they pretty much go through life and they face many problems. Like some episodes might involve, the episodes might cover homophobia. And so that's a pretty serious thing. Lots of people are, you know, really cruel to gay couples, and that just sickens me.
All right. So that was Drew Thomas, and then tags. So this one, I'll just put THX.
And note, yes, it's going to be a comedy show, but it will cover serious topics.
Wow, I think some comedy shows have covered serious topics.
Yeah, Family Matters covered racism at one point. Obviously, yeah.
I have no idea what else to what. So this is comedy. Here, I'll do dramedy.
Dramedy. That's actually a clever word. Did you make that up?
No, dramedy is a genre that some movies have. Like Ice Age, the animated movie Ice Age is a dramedy.
Oh yeah, right. That's
Yeah. So there's no cover of Mark the Pig and Tex the Robot. So maybe Drew can make a cover of that, and I'll upload it as as the poster of this page. So far I have none of those. So I think I'll just put up a picture of Tex the Robot up there for now. Oh, it doesn't have any of that. Here, I'll just search up THX. See where that is. I'll just put that up until, and yes, guys, this for now for this stream, this is the poster until Drew comes up with a poster for that story.
Yeah.
And yeah. So obviously, Mark the Pig and Tex the Robot are on the show, so I'm gonna add those two people on there. Mark the Pig and Tex the THX Robot. And yeah, obviously, I'm gonna let Drew Thomas play him.
Yeah.
And I think Tex. I don't really see like Tex talking that often, but except your universe, Drew Thomas.
Yeah. Usually in the THX trailers, he speaks in a series of grunts and muttering, kind of like how the Happy Tree Friends always speak with garbled English words and gibberish. However, speaking of Happy Tree Friends, the show will be returning next month. More blood, more violence, and, yeah. After a long couple years hiatus. But anyway, Tom Sapercios have an idea for a show in which we might actually make this happen, but for now, let's finish this first before we get on to Thomas and Percy's idea for a show.
There it is. I think um, the Mark and Tex show. Nice. So now I have that. I think obviously it's got to have a director. Or
Which would be me, obviously.
yes, to be you, and writer is you. So many Drew Thomases out there trying to worship you.
Like there's the well, I mean, there's other Drew Thomases in this world. Like there's the Conjuring person Drew Thomas, and there's the comedian who talks about weed. However, we're the only Drew Thomas that happens to be fans of the Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh well, I am anyway, because well, there's only one Drew Thomas, and the rest of my friends are simply called Easy Railroaders. And the people who aren't a part of Easy Railroad but still like to watch my show are simply just fans. That's it.
There you go. All right, now we're gonna add another story. And who else did you say had an idea
We
of
have a story.
movie?
Yes, we do.
All right, Thomas and Percy, what do you got? I feel like a producer at Disney or Lionsgate or something.
The light where? Oh dear.
Okay, I shouldn't have said that. I
But
feel like
not very Lionsgate anymore.
I felt like a producer at Paramount. All right, Thomas and Percy, what do you got for me?
So we were thinking, remember all those fairy tales you read when you were a kid? Hansel and Gretel, Little Red Riding Hood, the Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Well, what if the Super Stationeers were to do retellings of it? We call it Drew Thomas Fairy Tales,
All right,
where we simply do retellings of fairy tales. Like we'll do one of Little Red Riding Hood, although who's going to play Little Red Riding Hood but Petunia?
all right.
Flippy's going to be the big bad wolf, and while I think we'll also do the three Happy Tree Builders, in which it will be Cuddles, Toothy, and Handy, in which they will be like the three little bears, and Flippy's going to be like the big bad wolf once again, where he's going to huff and puff, and he's going to shoot their houses down. Walt's going to do Peanut and Lisa, which is like Hansel and Gretel, and well, yeah. Yeah, this is simply just retellings of classic fairy tales. It's pretty much like Jack and Mary, except, well, we are the ones who are telling it.
All right. YouTube channel tells stories.
You know, Hudson is right. Giggles should be Little Red Riding Hood, although I think in Drew Thompson Universe, because we love Petunia, we're going to have to be Petunia, but,
And there's
and we were also thinking we do Louie and the Three Officers.
featuring Thomas. The tell fairy tale stories,
Now,
but this time they all feature
we might even do nursery rhymes like Hickory Dickory
Thomas
Dock.
Pink and Jen.
Humphrey.
Wait, here let's do Thomas Percy. Thomas Percy, James, Lady, and many more. So that many more covers everyone. All right. To Thomas, and then tags. To Thomas. What else?
Fairy tale.
Oh, fairy tales. Is it like a parody show?
Much a parody show. We're going to be parodying various public domain children's stories / nursery rhymes.
All right.
All from the storybooks that Old Mother Goose and, you know.
Where's the poster for those fairy tales?
Why do they call it Mother Goose? I don't know. I guess because most stories are pure nonsense, and well, yeah. Oh my gosh. What do you do? Hey diddle diddle. Hey diddle diddle. Between with the fiddle. And Gordon puffed around the moon, and Cuddles began to laugh as he saw such fun. And a dish ran away with a spoon? That sounds ridiculous, Thomas. The whole nursery rhyme is ridiculous. That's the whole point of it. It's supposed to sound ridiculous. I mean, how else are plates and spoons going to run away? I mean, have you seen a plate or a spoon run away? No. Well, I mean, I've seen it happen on Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, well, that is simply a cartoon, Percy. We're simply cartoons. No, not yet. We were model engines, then we were CGI cartoons, and then all of a sudden we became All Engines Go.
Sorry about this, guys. Sometimes myCast takes a little too long to load because it probably was not all the way done uploading a photo. So, yeah.
Yeah, let's see. There's also the Gingerbread Man, in which what if it was the gingerbread engine? Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread engine. No, it doesn't have the same ring to it. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Who would play the distant spoon if we did Hey Diddle Diddle? What a balloon bingo was dressed up like a plate and a spoon. Yeah. That is definitely a pure nonsense song. Yeah, but still it's clever. It's a nice song to sing. Hey diddle diddle, the cat's in the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such fun. The dish ran away with a spoon.
Huh.
What's if? Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Yeah, we should have a famous narrator. Yeah, we should have like a guy who could give a good storybook voice. I mean, no offense to Miss Conductor, but well, we need someone that could give a good, storybookish voice. Hey, what about the guy who played that alien dude from Lilo and Stitch? The guy who played Jumba, isn't he dead? I don't know. So we're all coming up with ideas.
It's at times takes a long time to load because they think it does happen while I'm streaming. So I'll just hit stop sharing for now and see if that works, and then we'll get back to it once it stops loading and it takes us to the page that we created. So any updates on Drew Thomas and Friends? When's part 2 coming out again?
We're going to release it on August 30th to commemorate the 30th or the 60th anniversary of the St. Louis Zoo's Emerson Zoo Line Railroad. Tracking smiles for over 60 years now. That's right, they're turning 60 next week. That's right, folks. So to celebrate, we're going to be releasing the next episode of The Great Tequila Rescue. Drew's going to finish filming it, and he's also going to edit it tomorrow.
All right.
If you hear someone shouting in the background, that's Drew's brother. He's playing the Fort Mighty game. Oh yeah, that game.
There you go. Here's Drew Thomas Fairy Tales. So, oh hey, I was wondering. Obviously, we need the director. If it can add a role. Why is this taking a long time again, man? I'll stop sharing again because it sometimes does that very often.
But
Um,
yeah,
so I think I'll go ahead and show you what I have planned for Drew Thomas fairy tales, and we'll get to that. Um, anyways, ow.
anyway, so the movie we have planned for Halloween is going to be the title of it's going to be called Tommy and Tandy's Terrifying Train Tale, and it's going to be two different stories in one big movie that's going to be focused on the Zoan engines and Tommy G. Robertson. We're only going to have a small role, so don't expect us to be seen on the stage. So, well, not stage because it's not staged.
All right.
So, yeah. But in this Zoan engine story, the main characters will be the Zoan engines and the new one, Mary Meacham, and also PB&J and some new characters too. Pension Scooch Raccoon to be played by Riley Gamer TV from Canada. And then, the second story, which will be the Tommy G. Robertson story, is going to focus on the healers, hopefully Tommy G. Robertson, Mr. Conductor, and Cuddles and/or Petunia.
All
Don't
right.
know what Reese plan on doing. He might have it be both Cuddles and Petunia, or maybe just Cuddles, maybe just Petunia. It really depends.
All right.
Anyway, so the Christmas movie we have planned, though, well, I mean, judging by the photos, then you probably might have already guessed, but let's just say it involves a special engine go to the North Pole. Who's the special engine? Is it you again? No, Percy. I've already done it 3 times.
So for Drew Thomas fairy tales, who's narrating it?
I
Who's
think
narrating, who's narrating these fairy tales?
I think actually do you know of any good narrator voices? What's a notable narrator voice that you've seen, Wyatt? That's still around to this day.
I've heard a lot, but
Hmm.
I think Drew Thomas should narrate all those fairy tales. He's narrated Drew Thomas and Friends, right?
Yeah,
All right, so
I think that'd be good. I could do a good fairy tale voice.
I'll let him narrate all the stories.
For example, once upon a time, in a station far away from where you live, lives an island called Sodor. Oh, that. It was good. I liked it. I'm sold. Mr. Conductor will officially be the narrator.
All right.
Now, things are going to be different for this episode than what we've originally planned, but yeah. This new episode, by the way, the new episode of Drew Tom's Friends, Drew's planning for the chase to be a lot bigger and longer, but he's going to, narrow it down a little bit, maybe because, doesn't want to make it too long. And we also plan on reinstating our intros, but we're still going to keep the short logos. However, I will once again tell people to subscribe at the end of the video again. And we're also going to work on a theme song for Drew Tom's Friends. I don't think we're going to write it ourselves. I don't know if we're going to reinstate Happy Days or just use some YouTube royalty-free music, but we're open for any ideas.
All right. All right. So, I do think that next I do want to keep this coming up with stories and writing stories train here. That I think next week fan fiction, all of those get uploaded on Wattpad.
Ah,
Yeah. So we're not going to actually write fan fiction. We're just going to read some Thomas and Friends fan fiction, probably some Simpsons fan fiction, and Bluey fan fiction, and all kinds of fan fiction.
No, that actually sounds promising.
Yeah.
Well, I'm told.
Yeah. So we're going to look at those on Wattpad because I haven't used it in a while. I've written some stories, but they're not the best.
And I think this will involve the real life version of me, not Lego Drew.
No, I won't. I won't actually write those, believe it or not. But I might.
Yeah.
I might. I want to. Yeah. Oh,
And while I think I don't know what we're gonna do for these railcasts after that, but I think I shall think of the idea for these railcasts after that.
oh,
But I think we'll have one coming up.
by the way,
Hmm?
next Easy Wellcast, I think we could, depending on you, Drew. Well, I can talk about during my Easy Wellcast next week. Next week is my birthday. Next weekend is my birthday weekend. Yep. So, so yeah. So next week we'll probably read some fan fiction of Thomas and Friends, Simpsons, Bluey, blah blah blah, and yeah, and I will be talking about what I'm doing for my 21st birthday.
That's right. He's turned 21. He'll
Yep.
be the legal age for drinking. Yes.
And gamble too, which is why I'm going to Las Vegas. Probably not on my birthday, but at the end of September I will.
Huh.
Yeah.
Man, I've always wanted to go to Vegas. Oh yeah. I've always wanted to see Elvis impersonators. I've always wanted to, well, see all the pretty lights. I've always wanted to go to Vegas. Vegas would be actually a good Drew Thomas episode. Drew Thomas goes to Vegas. Or the Super Stationeers goes to Vegas. The Thomas goes to Vegas. Drew goes to Vegas. The Top Hat goes to Vegas. Where we go to Las Vegas, Nevada. Now that would actually be a fun idea to do.
Amazing. All right. Also, another thing I want to talk about is Disney Plus is releasing their popular shows to Blu-ray.
Oh my gosh. Could it be that Bluey's going to get a Blu-ray release? Nah, I don't think so.
No, they're only releasing their very popular shows like The Mandalorian, what else? Loki Season 1, WandaVision, and they're also releasing the Predator prequel, Prey.
It wouldn't surprise me that they're going to release, if they release Mickey Mouse Clubhouse on the Blu-ray. I can't believe that show's getting a reboot, though. Yeah, I'm hoping it's better than the predecessor. Yeah.
Huh. All right.
Less fourth wall breaks. The music sounds a lot better. And all respect for the original voice of Mickey, but in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, his voice just made me want to beat the living tar out of him. Okay, Thomas, that was a bit violent. I apologize. All respect for the original voice actor of Mickey Mouse, though. All respect for him. His soul rest in peace. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. I also saw I Love You, You Hate Me, well, at least the second part. Because, well, back then I was a major Barney hater, but ever since I've been hearing about what's been happening with the creators and the crew and the cast, how they've been threatened or made fun of, that just upset me.
Hmm.
Almost made me cry, actually.
Oh.
Who would have thought that purple bouncer I used to work with almost made Mr. Conductor cry? Well, no one deserves hate like that. Well, I mean, some people just don't like certain things. That is true, Thomas. That is true.
Yeah.
Look at the time. Okay.
Okay.
So
Um,
by next Wednesday, we should have the next episode of Drew Thompson Friends released. So keep a
yeah.
sharp eye out. If he hasn't released it, then well, yeah.
All right, guys. We're just gonna end off right here. So next Wednesday, prepare for Thomas and Friends. Is part two the finale, the season finale?
Oh no, it's not the season finale. We still have lots more episodes for season 3 planned. We're gonna actually continue until like June of next year because of our long hiatus we were on.
All right.
My Better and myself hiatus.
All right. And so next Easy Worldcast, we're gonna read some fan fictions of all these people right there. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching our Easy Worldcast. This has been me, Wyatt Glover, and Drew Thomas. Doing on the Easy Worldcast, saying goodbye, good night, and
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. We all said it at the same time.